feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Sacked.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
That's good.
A big-time 3rd down play for the Ravens. 65 yards.
10 at the 20-yard line.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And brought down but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Lamar Jackson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
Is good. Makes the score Ravens 7, Bengals nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate that.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
3-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. The quick feet by Jackson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
No gain.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. 7-7, our score after one.
The score tied 7-7.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Glover. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
First down.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Taken down.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
3-yard pickup.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Andrew Beck, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run. So much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Taken down at the
Just not a whole. A lot of room room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Ravens on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun. Jackson is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On first, here's Washington. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Jackson's going to look to run it. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, I thought he doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
second down. Burrow under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First down, Cincinnati.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Here we go. Here we go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Cameron, the intended receiver there, and that'll bring up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Johnson on the return. 13 yards, the tally on the return there.
And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches it.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Bengals 21, Ravens 14. Will Lutz.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And that's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Jackson, he's going to keep it himself.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. DJ Reader with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
On the return, Johnson.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Cameron, the intended receiver there, and it's 3rd and 4.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
His kick.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Fielded near the back of the end zone.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Jackson took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
36-yard line.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson dancing to his left. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
49-yard line.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From midfield now, here's Jackson.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Intercepted.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
And his kick is right through.
Bengals 35, Ravens 14. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now they try the right side here. And it's defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
57's the mic. Watch 57. It's our time. It's our time.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly,
and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Let's go, D. Tight end left. Tight end left. 79 Broncos.
Now it's Burrow. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bengals 49, Ravens 14. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on. And he'll be taken down down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 16-yard line.
To try again after the sack. Jackson, pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Check 50. Bang, 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 bang. Hey.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Quick slant to Brown. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
To 4th down.
Alert, flare. Mike 5-9. Hey, watch the lane. Watch that. Report.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So no reason not to try it there. And they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson now.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And Jackson throwing once more. Now there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
That catch good for only a couple.
At the Bengals.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got him.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
To throw again is Jackson. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's been a tough day, but they finally were able to get one into the end zone, and maybe the offense will feel a little bit better about itself going into next week.
And if you're a coach taking that into next week, I know you're upset, but it is a little bit more respectable, somewhat of a moral victory, right?
Yeah, they probably won't say a lot of that to the team, but it is true. It's something for them to build on, and then they can call their mom and tell her, hey, Mom, for your fantasy points, we got you a few down the stretch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. Cameron, the intended receiver there, and it's 2nd down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. That one looks like he'll throw here. That one's complete to Tomlinson.
Burrows
whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
complete.
A big 3rd down play there for the Bengals. 45 yards.
1st down, Bengals.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To the air again, Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now a handoff looking right. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
At the 39.
He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
3rd down.
All day, dog. 57's the mic. Mark 57. Watch the pass.
Today's final score, Bengals.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.